There are many places that have mysteries behind them, and the railway stations in these areas that confirm these. Welcome to the episode where I take you through the area of Newhaven and the two stations currently in operation by Southern and the ghost station that's now officially been closed. More detail will be given during the visit of this station. Newhaven has a very interesting history behind closed doors, and I'm going to open all of them in style. The line from Brighton to Seaford has spoken volumes to me since playing Train Sim World 2, and I'm very intrigued to visit the main stations that make up the line. There are many mysteries of the British Railway that are dying to be discovered. Join me, Darren Stratton, as I take you around the four corners of the UK to explore the many mysteries that are hidden between a station and its platforms. The opportunity train is arriving, so let's hop aboard and get exploring. I thought I would start an episode in a way that I haven't done too often, and that's by starting it on a travelling segment rather than at a station. And even though I've always done the introduction of the episodes at a station, this is the start of things to come. I'm on the train going to Brighton, as I would need to change there for a connecting service to Seaford. Now, to give you a funny backstory of my old projects while I'm at it, when I was recording for one of my old shows, a DMC Traveller, I misspelt Mulscombe and switched the LNS round. I didn't realise that this was the spelling mistake until I was on the train going to Orr at the time. Brighton shows some great potentials with the services it offers across its 8 platforms. The station here in Brighton is the start of the route going into Seaford. It usually starts on platform 8, but it sometimes does start on platform 7. This place has a London Road railway station nearby, and is one of only 2 places that have this distinction. The other place that has a London Road is in Guildford. Brighton's one opened first in 1877, whereas Guildford's one opened in 1885. The main station here in Brighton also opened first out of the 2. This station opened in 1840, whereas Guildford station opened in 1845. There is one similarity with the 2 stations though. They both have 8 platforms, but platform 7 here in Brighton is still in passenger use, whereas platform 7 in Guildford isn't. These would be the trains that best match the route in the video game Train Sim World 2, where they would call at London Road Brighton, Mulscombe, Falmer, Lewes, South East, Newhaven Town, Newhaven Harbour, Bishopstone and Seaford. Some services, however, miss out South East. The journey from Brighton to Seaford takes 37 minutes if it includes South East, and 35 minutes if it doesn't. There have been some journeys that miss out both South East and Newhaven Harbour. I'm going to go off at Newhaven Town for the next segment, as I'll be looking at what services this station offers, even though it might only be just one. But it's always interesting to see what adventure lies ahead of me here. Newhaven Town is one of the 2 remaining stations in the area of Newhaven. It also has 2 platforms, despite the station offering just the one service from Brighton to Seaford. But then again, I can assume at this point that the services are scattered and that the 2 trains are bound to cross at some point. There are 2 trains running from Brighton to Seaford every hour, so it is a possibility. Also, you could walk from this station to Newhaven Harbour, as these stations are literally a 2-minute walk away. However, I haven't visited these stations before, so therefore I'm going to endure the 30-minute wait so that I can explore the many potential splendours of this station. This station opened in 1847, 39 years before the station at Newhaven Harbour. It's almost like the 2 stations in Portsmouth, but for a few exceptions. Newhaven Town had kept its original name, whereas Portsmouth and Southsea underwent 2 name changes. Both Portsmouth and Newhaven's main stations opened in the same year as each other, but this station has half the number of platforms as Portsmouth and Southsea. Newhaven Harbour station is based near the boat station where goods are shipped out of the UK. But there are more mysteries behind the station than one can ever even begin to imagine. This station opened in 1886, 39 years after the station of Newhaven Town. There are also 2 platforms at this station, although part of me thinks that Southern could go away with reducing the 3 remaining stations from Lewes, Southeast, Newhaven Town and this one to 1 platform. The other part of me wins because I think it makes more sense to keep these 3 stations at 2 platforms, mainly because the 2 trains are bound to cross at some point. The trains to Seaford use 1 platform and the trains to Brighton use the other. And although it practically is the same situation as it is in Leamington where there's only 1 service, it's not as much because the Brighton line from Seaford consists of 10 stations, whereas the line from Leamington Pier to Brockenhurst consists of only 3. Also, this is the first harbour station I visited in the UK which is not a terminus. There are 2 more stations following this one, and I'm taking you with me to visit one of them. I've now started the walk to Newhaven Marine as I figured that I wouldn't be able to completely understand the mysteries of Newhaven without including any disused station occupying this place. Didn't even realise that there was a 3rd station here. I was just under the assumption it was just Newhaven Town and Newhaven Harbour. This was until I looked at a video looking at ghost stations, and with thanks to Jeff Marshall and the team behind the show All the Stations, there are so many mysteries that this railway network here in the UK has to offer, and this very show will look at every single one of them. I would never have imagined that this show would have me exploring every station that has fallen into disuse, but I am very excited to explore them, and hopefully I'll get to witness the reopening of some of them that were closed by Dr. Beeching. Newhaven's Marine station speaks many volumes and had been a ghost station for a period of years after the services to this station were suspended. This station was first opened in 1886 and was given the name of Newhaven Harbour Boat Station. This station was renamed Newhaven Marine in 1984. Now, there was only 1 platform at this station and it was numbered as platform 3. Rumours may have speculated at this point that this may have been an extension to Newhaven Harbour, which would have been just a 2-minute walk away. But the truth behind this remains unknown. There have been some uncertainties that arose, particularly with the safety of the roof canopies, and therefore this station closed to the public in 2006 for safety reasons. The roof was removed sometime later, but the station remained closed to the public. The station buildings were completely demolished in 2017 and the station itself was officially closed in 2020 after being considered for closure 2 years prior. Now, Seaford has the distinction of only having 1 platform in its station, but it's not numbered as platform 1 as you'd expect. It's numbered as platform 2. Both this station and Bishopstone were reduced to a single track in 1975. Now this would debunk my theory that these 2 stations were reduced to 1 track to reflect on the closing of Newhaven Marine, because that station didn't close to the public until 2006, some 31 years after the stations were reduced to 1 platform. And whilst it is possible still to see both the disused platforms, Platform 1 at this station is overgrown, and Platform 2 in Bishopstone, the track at both platforms have been lifted. Additionally, Platform 1 here has since had a visit from Mother Earth. As I mentioned earlier, it's completely overgrown. And although you can still see the bridge at Platform 1 and Bishopstone taking you across from Platform 1 to Platform 2, you can't access it since the platform is no longer in use. It just comes to show that if I hadn't known that 1 remaining platform in Seaford was Platform 2, I would have just assumed that it would have been Platform 1 like it is in Bishopstone, and the other stations with only 1 platform. What opened my mind up to this piece of information was the video game Train Sim World 2, because this route was simulated in-game. I also drew my assumption from the second platforms of Platform 1 in Seaford and Platform 2 in Bishopstone, from the line that branches off to the left, Newhaven Marine, and to the right from Newhaven Harbour. But both stations were reduced to one platform before the services to Newhaven Marine were suspended. I hope you enjoyed the mystery behind the two stations at Newhaven Town and Harbour, and the details behind the disused station in Newhaven Marine. Join me in the next episode where I take you back into the heart of Wales to explore the mysteries behind the two dinner stations off Glamorgan. I have been Darren Stratton, and I would like to thank you for watching.